Hi, I'm Fred Eichler, and here are some tips on how to maintain your recurve and your longbow. Hunting season's coming up, and a lot of people don't realize there's actually a lot of maintenance to keeping a recurve and a longbow in great working order. So not only does it last you the rest of your life, but also your kids or grandkids or whoever else you want to pass that bow down to. So for a longbow, we're going to start with that because it's the simplest. One thing you want to do is constantly check the bow for any surface cracks. You want to make sure it's always in good order and in good shape, so there'll be no injury to you or anyone else. The other thing you want to do is constantly check your brace height on either a recurve or your longbow. And that's the height between the inside of the handle and the string. Once you have that bow shooting its best, that's the correct brace height, where it shoots the quietest and performs the best. And what I like to do to maintain the brace height is I write it down, usually on my quiver or actually on the bow, or you can put a note on your phone. And then before season, or every time you get your bow out, just confirm that that's in the right spot. When you restring your bow, make sure that brace height is at the same setting. You also want to always use a stringer to string your bow, whether you're stringing it or unstringing it. The old way of taking it around your leg or stringing it with your foot, don't do that method. Best bet is to always use a bow stringer. And there's all kinds of videos on how to properly use a bow stringer as well. One of the other things you want to do, get yourself some bowstring wax, and you want to wax your string. Super easy. You just run a little bit of wax up and down the string, and you can work it in with your fingers. Not too much, just enough to keep the string just a little bit covered all the way across. It'll help your string last longer. Some of the other tips is you want to go ahead, like with a recurve or a takedown longbow, whether it's threads that are holding the limbs on to the riser or a latch system, like with this bear bow, you want to take the limbs off and you want to clean it. You want to make sure that everything's clean and is in good working order. The other thing, a huge tip, is you want to make sure you don't leave your bow strung, whether it's a longbow or a recurve, for more than a week. It's best to break that bow down using a bow stringer and set it up. That'll also help keep your bow from getting a warped limb as well. Now, lastly, especially because it's a hot time of year and we're coming up on that early season, you want to make sure you do not leave your longbow or your recurve in a hot car. That's probably one of the reasons more bows get destroyed, is people leaving them in a truck or in a car with that hot sun, and the bow can delaminate and become dangerous to use. So make sure you keep it in good shape. If there's any question if your bow's in good working order, always make sure to take it to a bow mechanic before firing it. So there's some tips for maintaining your recurve and your longbow getting ready for season, so you can hand that bow down and it'll last you for a lot of seasons in the future.